Saddest Casino Stories, according to Reddit. Number 15. I wasn't a casino employee, but I was an EMT in a certain beach town on the East Coast that could be described as a bargain bin Vegas. Bargain bin Vegas. On a given shift, we would probably field 3 or 4 casino calls more in the summer. It was pretty soul-crushing, actually. Most calls were alcohol-related or obvious slip-and-fall scams, but occasionally we would happen upon some real tragedies. Suicide attempts, overdoses, struggle snuggles, assaults, and this happened with depressing frequency. This one sticks with me though. One day we have a call for a woman in her 70s sitting at the slots experiencing chest pain at around 2 a.m. She refused treatment despite being in bad shape, and we pleaded and begged and even had the on-call cardiologist talk to her, but she was on a streak and wouldn't hear it. Oh my God. An hour later, we were back doing CPR. She died right there in front of the same slot machine with a receipt for $7 in winnings. I don't even know what to say. The amount of employees we had to treat for exhaustion or diabetic-related emergencies due to them not having enough breaks to manage blood sugar was all... Dude, I'm the realization here is that some people believe that certain machines will pay out if you just sit in front of them long enough. And their thought process is if they get up and leave this machine, the second that they get up, somebody else will sit down and win. And it will have been their win that people are taking. Oh boy. I mean, it's just terrible to think about. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Hello to everybody. Hope everybody's having a reasonable day that's relatively stress-free as a day can be, Continuing up, we get to number 14. I did casino security for 3 years. I became a police officer after. I had a code M, which is a medical emergency, early one morning at around 4 or 5 a.m. It was an old guy in his 80s, an old guy in his 80s who had passed out and fallen out of his chair, with the wife sitting next to him. I was first to get to him. I did a quick assessment and found that he didn't have a pulse. Immediately started CPR, and the old lady looked over and said, "Oh, he does this all the time, don't worry about him." Between chest compressions, I told her he wasn't breathing, and that she just kept playing on her lot machine. He probably meant slot machine because it says a lot machine. She didn't spin or miss a spin even when the paramedics took him away. I saw her again the next night and asked how he was doing. With the straightest face, she said, "Oh, he never woke up. I'm sure he's in a freezer by now." And went right back to the same machine. Okay. I mean, I'm sure there's documentaries out there that we could go watch that just show the side of gambling that a lot of us, we have our own lives so we don't see. But this is kind of tragic. I guess they died doing what they loved. Number 13. A woman approximately in her mid-30s was dancing her ass off on the dance floor of the nightclub. Suddenly she drops dead. I watched her die. the time a VIP booth was packed, or the time a VIP booth was packed, and the drinks were overflowing, everybody picking on the guy that passed out, end of the night comes and they tell us he is going to need a wheelchair, which isn't uncommon. But the guy had actually been dead for a good hour. The deaths always bug me. Casinos get a treatment similar to airports. The unspoken rule is to treat them as if alive until they get off the premises. Even if they are an hour dead, the goal is to get them out as quickly as possible without freaking out the patrons. New Year's was always stressful. It was never a question of if someone would die that night. It was a question of how many. A good year would be 1, but 1 year we had 4. Boy, tomfoolery says, how is your day going, Kyle? I guess I'm alive, as I always am trained to say, so I can't complain, right? Max, my crush won't text me back, so I'm here to distract myself. Well, I'm glad that you've chosen this as a distraction, and here's hoping that you get to live in the portion of your life where the most intense thing going on is whether or not your crush is going to text you back or not. You know what I'm talking about? Number 12. A previous boss of mine worked at a casino in AC. He said that he saw all kinds of terrible things, but the worst was when they had to close the main lobby because a guy jumped from the 4th floor after losing. Sounds like he was gambling money that he didn't have. I just don't understand the appeal. You know? To me, gambling is like lending money. Don't spend it unless you're willing to lose it. Somebody says, Jesus, how much did he lose? Somebody else says his balance for sure. Haha. I'm not feeling too well. And I'm trying to stay in control of it. Number 11. Worked in a casino for about 7 years. And the one that always stuck with me was this kid who was around 18 or 19 years old, coming in with his friends and losing about $100 playing blackjack. Then he's just sitting there, looking dejected, watching his friends win. He left and came back with another $100, and I could tell from the way that he was acting that he probably didn't have the original 100 to lose, so he definitely couldn't afford to lose another 100. I asked if he was sure he wanted to play. He nods his head, solemnly says yes, and he unfortunately lost that money too. And I hope his bitch ass learned a lesson. But you know, I can't be so callous and cruel, because I'm sure that the people that are going to end up paying for it, figuratively and literally, unironically, are not this dude, you know? It's probably going to be Pappy, whoever he got the money from. Maybe he's even got a girlfriend with a baby, you know? And they're going to unironically be paying for the fact that this dude wasted some money on gambling. You know? And it may seem like a throwaway portion, you know, amount of money, but depending on the person you're dealing with and depending on the necessities that may or may not be fulfilled. Like I said, imagine a scenario where the dude has a girlfriend and a baby, and they sure are struggling trying to make ends meet, blah, blah. And he out here just throwing away fliff they ain't got. What a shame. Could have even took out a loan, something crazy like that. Okay. Forgive me. Here we go. Number 10. I don't work in a casino, but I live near Atlantic City. Seeing unattended children playing near the entrance to the casino when the children aren't allowed in. Ugh. You brought your kids to a casino where they aren't allowed and just left them in a hallway. Listen. Kyle happens to know. Maybe you do too. This country makes a fuckload off of people in prison. So there must be other rackets associated with people who get in trouble because they're neglecting their kids. Do you know what I mean? So if I was working for CPS And it's anything like, I don't expect it to be anything similar to like a police officer where maybe, you know, he has a quota to meet or something. Do you get what I'm saying? But, you know, surely there could just be like a trap set up there. Because if people are going to do this, dude, and what? Do or set up like a daycare and charge the parents. I don't know, man. It's just tragic. I would want every person who brings a kid that they intend to just leave unattended to face a sort of consequence. And if the casinos are like allowing this kind of behavior so that they can empty the pockets of people, that's fucked. But, you know, I know it's a cruel world and some people don't care, but what makes people care is money. So if money is what's allowing these parents to get away with just dropping their kids there, make some money by running a fake ass daycare with, you know what I mean? So at least there's like somebody on payroll that to sit with these kids. And then the you know, it's a win-win scenario because the parents aren't leaving the kids alone. The casino is making money off of these people. You could trick the parents into saying you're going to get some kind of tokens or something like that if you just leave them here and pay us, blah, blah, blah. You know? I don't know. Number 9, grandmother, mother, and daughter head to a casino by car from 2 hours away. Mother has a postcard to get a free cast iron pan for showing up. The daughter is more than 8 months pregnant. 1 hour away from the casino, the daughter starts to have labor pains. The mother won't stop and take her to a hospital. She's gotta have that $10 pan. Okay. They arrive at the casino. An hour before the promotion was going to start, mother raises all hell trying to get her pan, but the workers for the promo haven't even arrived yet. The daughter ends up having to be transported by ambulance to the hospital all over a $10 pan. If that ain't parenting, I don't know what is. You know? And if you were to ask that grandmother, it would be the daughter's fault. There is nothing like the insanity associated with a parent swearing they're right over something so disgustingly and incredibly. And the funny thing is, when you cut ties with these old, crotchety, ignorant bastards, they're gonna be making it seem like you're the worst person in the world for the rest of their short, hopefully, life, because they're incapable of seeing anything from any perspective other than their own. This pan, dude, this $10 pan was worth it. She's going into labor, and you out here trying to get a $10 pan. It's everybody else's fault that you're there early for the promotion too, I bet. Wild, dude. And it's like, were they always this way and people put up with them, or did they become this way over time? How can we know? Number 8, we had to evacuate and close down for the rest of the day due to a burst pipe causing no running water. When I walked outside, there was an elderly lady throwing a legit tantrum in the parking lot. She was on the ground kicking and screaming. Man, I'd kill to see some meltdowns like that, man. Her screams sounded like something you'd expect from someone who just lost a family member, not someone who had to leave the casino for a few hours. I left, but some of the security who were dealing with her told me she later was too upset to drive home, and they had to call a family member to pick her up. I've seen some shit. A lot of what others have commented is fairly common, but this was definitely the most messed up. Sometimes I just want to... What is this? I don't know. Oh, it's just a video with some music. That works. Kicking, screaming, meltdown. Adult. I don't even know what I'd write. Adult tantrum. Is it even typing? Adult meltdown. Damn, why are CBS clips coming up first? Y'all got me fucked up. Where's the playlist? What the hell is this? Oh no, it's an autism. Oh my god. What have you done? Well, get on my face. Crazy ex throwing a tantrum. But she's not kicking and screaming, man. You see the problem? Michelle having a severe autistic. Whoa, dude! What is up? I type adult tantrum. You know? And y'all hit me with straight autism. Tantrum in Walmart. But this looks like a little teenage stick figure. Give that girl a damn burger. The fuck she looking like that for? Get me out of here.
Well, actually, like...
Hold up. Kid.
Yeah, honestly, actually.
Kid.
No. Should've brought money.
Listen, number 7, alright? In general, people who come for the first time and are super nice and friendly. They don't care about winning or losing. They just come to have fun. They come back a few more times, and then after a few years, they're regulars that don't smile, they don't laugh, they don't count their wins, they just count their losses. And sweat every comp point that they earn and act like gambling is their job now. It's the focus of their life. I've seen more than one person have that happen to them. The other sad thing is when a regular stops coming in and their spouse comes out and tells us that they passed. We're almost family with some of the regulars, and it hurts to get that news. You want to know what the honest crippling thing about a lot of this is that some people are socially conditioned to crave gambling as their only form of extraction for dopamine. Meaning, let's go exaggerated. Let's turn it all the way, to the end of the spectrum. Hypothetically, they could win. They could win big. They could get crazy winnings. You know what they're going to do with that money? They're going to come back. They're going to come back and try to gamble and win bigger, You and I right now, I got a wish list right now in the description. Go click that shit, You'll see pretty much all of the things that I could use right now, practically, genuinely could actually use. I win a bunch of money right now. What do? I buy another house, If it's enough money, maybe I'll buy a small type of place that I can rent out and see some money coming back to me. Maybe I invest a portion of it. I guess a car, I have nowhere to go, really, but, it's a necessity. It is what it is. And let the rest of it hang out and pay some bills, live the way I want to live for a little bit and just chill the fuck out. But some of these people, were they to win, because their life has turned into this cycle of earning what they earn, however they earn it, and going in and then pulling this lever, or gambling however it is they choose to gamble. If they were to win, they would throw that money away. And if you think I'm playing, dude, research that shit. It happens every day. People win big. And instead of investing that shit in a way where it'll come back to you, to be honest, dude, to be honest with you, if you got a significant amount of money, put your shit in some stocks, boy. Do some research. That's gambling as well. But at least it might, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? If you do some genuine research when it comes to stocks, boy, the worst you'll do is break fucking even. I'm just saying, man. And that's a smart way to gamble, as rude as it is to say. Not that, gambling is what it is gambling. The Kyle channel does not condone risky ventures, Do what you think is reasonable with your hard-earned cash. But You know, I don't think there's anything more tragic than somebody who wins a crazy amount of money after throwing, you know, countless amounts of, coins down the well, only to take that big amount of money and immediately throw it back down the well. And that shit happens all the time. It's pretty tragic, but it is what it is. Number 6. My mom works as a dealer at a casino and has told me multiple stories of grown men wearing adult diapers at the table so that they don't have to leave to use the restroom. Grown men pooping where they sitting. This isn't like a train. This isn't like a train that you're not going to be able to. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Crying. Can you get out of my face? YouTube trying too much right now. Crying casino. Wait a minute. Oh, he lifted up the chair on that ass. He picking up the chair on that ass. No, not the chair on that ass. No. Oh, the poor machine. What did it do? What have you done, this machine? That's what I'm talking about. This scrawny dude gonna punch a machine? Yeah, he taught that machine a lesson. You. What you got for the machine, man? You gonna give it the juice? I hate you. You're the reason for my bad decisions. I hate my life. Enough. Okay. Number 5. Okay. Former valet at a casino. The amount of daily regulars who drove barely functioning vehicles full of trash, roaches, and rats, who actually valet their car. What you making somebody else go in your car for? And go gamble away any money they had to their name was honestly depressing. Woo! Here's the upvote. Here's your upvote. Oh boy. Yo. The saddest I remember was a 90-plus-year-old lady who drove a 91 Corolla. Jesus, Kurisu, you actually scared me, but that's the best kind of fright.
Thanks for the videos, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you for going out of your way to support me in a way that's instantaneous. Yeah, boy. Them stream dabs, those Streamlabs donations, they really hit the spot. And I appreciate the Tree Fitty.
What's Tree Fitty?
$3.50.
Tree Fitty. Tree Fitty.
Thank you, Kurisu. The saddest I remember was a 90-plus-year-old lady who drove a 91 Corolla, and when we got in her car, we realized she had no power steering fluid, and her steering wheel would barely turn. I have no earthly idea how her frail arms could do it. We went and bought her some before she left that evening. Oh my God. Somebody said, that's really nice of y'all to do. And somebody said, until the 90-year-old woman jerks herself into the next lane. Going from no power steering fluid to having it is a crazy change. And we never saw her again. Sorry, fucked up. Y'all better have explained that to her. You give somebody power fluid without steering fluid without them knowing, that's a death sentence right there, man. You know, it's called muscle memory. It is called muscle memory. Imagine like you had a 90-pound door and every day you're just used to like, you know, opening it a certain way. And overnight somebody's like,
I'ma switch it with this 5-pound door.
And you wake up in the morning, you just, you know, door come off your hands, shatter like a piece of glass, and leave a hole in the wall where the door opens because you don't have one of those springy little coil things to stop the door from opening. It's a 90-pound door, nigga. I don't need one of those. You know what the fuck? You know what the fuck? All right, enough. What are you people talking about? Some serious content. He should really watch her. Yes, my favorite bits are when she has to confront the rabid dogs. I'm not gonna tell you people again. If you guys are talking about some other YouTuber, I only watch people eating cornstarch and then men dressed up like a furry because it's freaky to me. It's freaky to me. Seriously though, my subscriptions are an anomaly to me, filled with people that I can't stand, shit that I don't watch, fun stuff. Look, it's Ethan Van Sciver. That bastard. It's Gunga Ginga. I don't know why I'm subscribed to him either. What am I doing? People talking about Chappelle. This, you know, this guy who likes him young. I can't resist just watching and seeing what the hell he gets up to next. Look at this loser.
On my downfall, sit back, watch the plan. They couldn't see the vision, it was crystal to me. Look how them tables turn.
He genuinely considers himself an alpha, man. It just kills me inside. I don't know what to say. You know? Because I want him to be a troll. I want this dude to be the master of all trolls, coming out talking about an 8-year-old can give consent. But he's genuinely sick in the mind. Got my Fortnite. I try to follow the infographic show, but the bottom line is I can't really watch any of the. Look how clickbait this is. What you mean why Minecraft is really popular again? You know damn well why it's popular again. Fucking PewDiePie bitch ass is playing it. That's how I know I shouldn't have been subscribed. 6 million subscribers. Oh my god. You guys want to know what the real golden rule of YouTube is? If you can stay under a certain amount of subscribers, then you can stay real as a channel. Once you get over a certain amount and you real, you a ghost on this channel, on the platform. You are you better get out of here, boy. They claim him. Is that Harry Potter? Why does he look so scary? NHL players attacked for marketing Harry Potter books. And in case y'all don't know who Delore is, this dude rages when he dies in Fortnite, and it's truly fantastic. I can't get enough of it. Okay.
Actually done, dudes. Why do my mods suck fucking ass?
Whoa, Delore. Chill. People may think that you make a habit out of doing that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? That's ridiculous. I'm looking for a spicy death. That's all I want to see. I want to see him get killed, please. Alright, here we are. Come on. Kill him. Yes.
I mean, okay, I guess he's the better player. He just happened to show up at the perfect time.
Yeah, that's what happened, Delore. You just got bested, Delore. This guy's too funny. Alright, let me look at some other stuff to unsubscribe from. Grunge and Looper and Watch Mojo, every week they trying to throw somebody else under the bus, you know. Before you go to Chick-fil-A, here's something you should know: never to order off of their menu. And it's like, alright, it'll be okay, dude. Stop me using Chick-fil-A name to try to, you know, get yourself a little bit of... Ooh, James Willems is making videos with his wife Elise Willems. She's so pretty. But Bruce Green left Funhouse. Oh snap. Body cam footage shows Chicago police officer shooting... Oh, suspected kidnapper. I remember hearing about this. Is this cute? Warning, graphic content? Man, what if we just look at images of it, though? It's like we watching the flip book, y'all. Images. Man, that cop's like, I got a gun. You better get down, boy. There's nothing intense about this. Maybe I need to watch the video. Oh yeah, when they initially breach. This dude's already on the ground. Maybe they were yelling, get on the ground from the outside. you're a suspected kidnapper and you just got like wide open windows and shit. Maybe this ain't the guy, police officers. Maybe this ain't the guy. I don't know, ma'am. You're kidnapping people. Don't you think you want like some kind of like, you know, train or like a cargo container that you put on the back of a truck in the woods or something? I don't know. I'm no expert kidnapper. I just know big ass windows with no blinds or curtains is a bad idea, man. Pretty sure even wood blinds and curtains, they could be outside with some thermal shit and just see you through the window. But what am I talking about? Number 4. It's been about 15 years since we were reading the initial list. See what I did there? You know? See what I did there? 15 years since we were reading the list and then we went off on some kind of adventure. It's been about 15 years, but I worked in one for about 4 years, a casino that is. The one that stands out was a woman who was from the country to the big city to get Xmas gifts for the whole family. She was getting, you know, gifts for the kids who still believed in Santa. She spent all of the Christmas money at the casino before going to the mall. Well, what is all of the money if she still went to the mall? Maybe she has some credit cards. She ain't got nothing to worry about. Who the hell is Francis in the Discord talking about how they lost a cat? Can y'all not right now? A few years later, I went back to visit, and when talking to one of the pit bosses about who was still there, she told me one of my old regulars, who was actually nice and likable, had recently committed suicide as a result of gambling too much. Well, there you go. You know? So there's that. And that's that. Why can't anyone tell me where that's from? And that's that. Where's that phrase from? Bruh. You know what? Image searching is always a bad idea. There always finds a way for a titty to fly in there, no matter what you fucking type. So, this is high stakes YouTubing now, boy. What will we spicy enough, methinks. Let's go back to the list. We used to have a woman who would just be on the blackjack tables for 5 days and nights straight. Cute. Her husband would call and tell her that the kids wanted her to come home. The kids crying, you know. Her boss actually came to the casino to try and get her to leave. She was missing from work. I don't know what happened to her, but she's probably ruined her life. We also had a few regulars commit suicide and a few go to jail. Well, it's just a common occurrence for you casinos, isn't it, boys? Your boss is willing to go into the casino where you haven't left. So I don't understand. Do people just poopy plop themselves where they're standing? Do people pee on themselves if they're not willing to leave a casino? Have there been times where a person has just become like a human cesspool and you had to come physically hose them down or remove them? That's what we want to hear about, my dude. And we're already at number 3 and you're not giving me that giggledy fruit. You're not giving me that hardcore bing bong. That's what I'm trying to hear about. Number 2, during my 8-hour shift, a gentleman won $15,000 on a slot machine. Lucky. Punched out at the end of the damn it. It's times like these I'm glad I'm not on the mic. Or wait, I am on a mic. I'm glad I'm not behind the camera. Because my God, that was just stupid. I apologize, you know. I just wish that I had Borderlands 3 to keep me warm at night. But you know what? I'm 350 closer to Borderlands 3. You could say I'm Borderlands 350. That's just stupid. That's just stupid. Number 2, during my 8-hour shift, a gentleman won $15,000 on a slot machine. You wanna move the image? Punched out at the end of the shift and had the next 2 days off, returned to work after my weekend to find the man still sitting at the same slot machine. He had been there for 2+ days, losing the $15,000. What did I just say to all of y'all earlier? Number 1, I worked at a casino as a dealer through college. A lot of incidents were pretty sad, especially with regulars that you liked. One regular would tell me about his middle school age kids, and then I would realize the next week or so that he was missing their school plays, recitals, because he was at the tables. I remember working the overnight one Christmas Eve and begging him to go home when 6 to 7 a.m. rolled around because his kids would be opening up presents. Other times, just people screaming at you for stealing their mortgage payments for the next month, then seeing them back at it the next day. What is there to say? What is there to say with this? It's super sad. I may have to record some kind of like reaction videos to, freakouts and throw that at BitChute. Holy shit, Diana. I appreciate and love you. I like that it's
Here's a little more for you.
Diana, thank you. Sweetie, I appreciate you. You're wonderful. You know what I mean? I feel like even though I know math better than to assume, I like to think that I'm at least halfway there. You know what I mean? Chase says, what would you do for a $5 super chat? Boy, I don't see that money for like a month. So I don't know what you'd want me to do. I mean, this is a daytime list, which I'm not particularly good at. So hopefully it fills whatever niche you're looking for it to fill, my dude. But don't think I need you to hit me with no 5 cringly crumbs. Especially not when you know what I'm looking for. I think it comes out the 12th? Or is it the 13th? Oh my god, it's like a fish stick fan art. Oh, I thought he was like a giant fish stick. That's a really cool, like the fish that are down where the sun don't shine. Deep sea fish stick. I really like it. But some people argue that fish stick has too many styles. But I don't think he has enough styles. Oh, what a wonderful skin. What a wonderful skin. Yeah, that being said, I was screwing around in Borderlands 2. And I got some level 80 to carry me through my first playthrough. So, that's fun. But we'll see what's up later. Love you guys. Gotta get some shit done. We'll talk soon. And I hope you have a fun. Amelia Clark is so breedable. See, if I were to ever open this, well, I can open it, just not on this screen. You guys look at that. Breeding material. I'm subscribed to that. I wonder what it's all about. No. She got a fat ass for a white girl. That girl got a fat ass for a white girl. And not like, not like a normal white girl shape either. There's like hips there. It's a very specific shape for a white girl. And because of the dumbass hair, this is like a Game of Thrones character. Oh my lord. Well, love you guys. Hope you appreciate this. And I'll see you guys soon. Special thanks to all of you here. Special thanks to Kurisu and Diana. Thank you to my patrons. And a thank you to my sponsors. If you guys are looking to join the Discord, the link is in the description. And if that's too much work for you, allow me to do the work for you. Because I get more comments on old videos than you would ever be able to know. saying, oh, you know, I wish I could be part of the streams. And I recognize that, yeah, I used to try to be able to make the streams 9:30, but, you know, now I just do them when I can, you know. So hopefully, you know, it's still kind of like a daily thing. You'll always have a list every day. But I understand that the timing is inconsistent. So if you want to join the Discord and get a notification every time I make this happen, let me know. If there's like another way that would be better for you, you know, if I should tweet it out, you know, if there should be another form of notification, and I'll make that happen for you. I love you. Gotta use the bathroom. See you guys later.